Good evening, everybody. This is the Truth Seeker 333 live on Google Hangouts, YouTube. Here from Southern California, the time is 11:17 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am copying the link to the Google Chats session into the description of the YouTube event so that anyone who is interested in joining this live event can click on the link in the description. And now let me check to make sure that the link has been pasted into the description. Yes, it is there. And we are live and good to go. I'm going to split the windows so that I can see both the YouTube window and the Google Chat window. The topic tonight is living as an INTJ personality type in a world of feelings. So, the topic came up today in watching some videos and learning a little bit more about the INTJ personality type and how we deal with our feelings. And essentially, how feelings are not our strength, because we have given over the function to the thinking process, the extroverted thinking function has taken the dominant role in the INTJ personality type. T being thinking, but not just any kind of thinking, extroverted thinking, a thinking that is more conscious, more on the surface of our conscience. And it's almost because of that our feelings take a back stage to our personality type. So it is almost as if that mixture of genetic sequences that make up the INTJ personality type, or let's say contribute toward the INTJ, because at this point, maybe it is a little bit of nature versus nurture. What is causing our brains to be the way they are? But it's almost as if, in most respects, in most regards, those that have a intuitive, introverted thinking combination, that their feelings are set in the background. And what do I mean by that? That my feelings are more on a subconscious level. that I am not as actively involved with my feelings consciously, not all the time. But this is why everyone accuses the INTJ of not having feelings, of being cold, of being calculated. But it's that their feelings are in the background. They're not on the surface, but they're below the surface. But as a result of that, the thinking is in the foreground. The thinking, the conscious thought, the logic is very forward. And it is methodically pieced together. So, in coming into an acceptance of this today, for myself more, and the fact that the majority of the personality types in this world are more in tune with their feelings being more on the surface. I came to the conclusion this evening that it is up to me to learn how to convey my message to an audience that is predominantly in touch with their feelings. And so how does an INTJ convey their message to a world submerged in feelings? That is the question. It's not that it is an impossibility, because what it requires is for the INTJ to somehow get more in touch with his or her feelings. And I am a believer that we are all very moldable, that our brains are plastic. They are elastic. There is elasticity. They have the ability to continue to grow and make new connections to new neurons throughout our life. It's just that it's a harder road for the INTJ. It is a more difficult path for the INTJ to get to. And in the same regard, on the flip side, for those personality types with their feelings more on the surface, more out front, it is just as challenging for them, INTJ halfway, in the thinking regard. So some of the questions that I wrote down and was asking myself, what if I was in touch with my feelings? how would I convey my voice, my vocal quality, my tone, or my facial expressions? How would I present myself? You know, I suppose it seems sort of a futile exercise to try and explain these things in a thinking manner when this is all in regard to feelings. TJ has to start somewhere, you know. And if it is a conscious question with regard to feeling, then so be it. I mean, it is all we know, and it is all we have to go on. So another question is, if I'm conveying my message to an audience that is more in touch with their feelings, they're more in touch with sharing what they're feeling, expressing their emotions through small facial signals, small facial cues, vocal tone or quality, sharing an emotion that they are in touch with. What could I, as an INTJ, state that is not based in logic? What could I state that is not based in logic but still supports my logical conclusions? Okay. Would I just tell a story that evokes a certain emotion that I know would evoke the type of emotion that I am wanting that person to feel with regard to what I am trying to communicate to them? Or would I not understand, which is most likely the case, the subtle nuances of different emotions? I don't think that it has to do with the INTJ not understanding those emotions, but it has more to do with not being in control of those emotions and able to discriminate between the various emotions in those subtle ways. So we shouldn't fool ourselves. As an INTJ, we should not fool ourselves that our emotional existence, that what the emotions that we experience in our life are as complex or matured as the majority of people around us. But the emotions are there on a subconscious level if we can just find a way to train ourselves to become more in touch with those emotions. So these are my thoughts tonight. And I needed to share them before I went to bed. And so I'm going to leave it at that and just say, God bless everyone. Keep seeking truth.